So now we have our guest speakers who have been patiently waiting and watching our program. So our first guest speaker is Nagesh Chaudhary ji. He is a MSc and LLB. He is the editor of the Samaj Sathi Bahujan Sangharsh, which means struggle for equality. He engaged in the movements of social equality for nearly 5 decades, worked and written extensively on issues of Dalits, OBC, Adivasis, Muslim, etc. Is influenced by the ideas of Mahatma Phule, Dr. Ambedkar, Periyar Ramaswamy, and he himself is currently involved in the movements based on those ideologies. He participated in the renaming movements, the riddles in Hinduism controversy, and the anti-caste struggle. He was involved in the Satya Shodhak Samaj movement and organized it conventions in Nagpur and in Vidarbha. He is also active in the movement for implementation of the Mandal Commission, if you remember, where the reservations was provided to the OBC category. He is also the editor for the fortnightly magazine Bahujan Sangharsh for over 40 years. He has published articles in many journals, including Karwa, Dalit Voice, The Modern Rationalist in Chennai, Economic and Weekly, Political Weekly, and he's also in the various mainstream and other Marathi and Hindi news channels. He has published various books. So just to name a few is Why Bahujans Are Divided and Brahmins Stay United and Strong. It was published by Dalit Voice in Bangalore. Jati Vyavastha or Bharatiya Kranti. RSS Free India, which was in Marathi and Hindi, published by Desh Bachao Aghadi in Pune. Hindutva Desh Todnare Sutra. गोलवलकर हिंदू राष्ट्र एक भाष्य, हिंदू राष्ट्र से बहुजन राष्ट्र तक गौतम बुद्ध प्रकाशन दिल्ली, सत्यशोधक समाज वाट लावू नका, and राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ आक्रमाचे रंग रूप. And he's also authored Why Bahujan Nation is Required in Marathi and Hindi, and RSS Hindu Nation, which was published by IIP Mangalore in Karnataka. His today's topic is Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkaranची जात व्यवस्था, विरोधी भूमिका व भारताची सत्ता, which means Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's anti-caste stand and today's Indian regime. So without any further delay, please welcome Nagesh Chaudhary ji as our first guest speaker. Nagesh ji, if you are online, please unmute yourself.
मी दिसतो का?
दिसत नाही सर तुम्ही, पण we can hear you.
बर.
दिसत आहे तुम्ही.
सर्वांना जय भीम to all Ambedkarite brothers and sisters. Topic given to me is annihilation caste by Dr. Ambedkar. Dr. Ambedkar was to deliver a lecture in Lahore in 1936, but the organizers had not accepted his whole paper, and they have, so Dr. Ambedkar rejected the offer and instead of that published that speech in 1936. So Dr. Ambedkar's views on caste system are well known. He was against the caste system. He said that caste system is anti-equality. It is hierarchy, even hierarchy among the poor people, workers. So caste system is so bad that people are not equal. People are one below the other, one caste is above or one caste is below the other caste. That means that hierarchy is not only in the rich people but also in the poor and working class people. So that caste system is made by the upper caste, so-called Brahmins. They have supported caste system right from the Vedas. Rigveda has given four varnas, and that all varnas emanated from the body of a Brahma. That from the Brahma's mouth came Brahmins, from the arms of the Brahma came delivered the Kshatriyas, and from the thighs the Vaishyas, and from feet the Shudras. This obnoxious uh, birth of the Varna system is very much angered by the Dr. Ambedkar. He says, what can be such type of the birth of caste? So Varna system is a hierarchy, and that is against the equality, against the brotherhood, against the humanity. Dr. Ambedkar then spelled that how to eradicate the caste system, how to bring equality among the people. So he suggested some descriptions. He suggested that intercaste marriages will not do the work because the caste remains, and caste spirit remains even after uh, intercaste marriages. But some of the intercaste marriages can mingle two castes, so that will diminish some sort of feeling of caste system, caste hierarchy. So that was the views of the Atma Tudak Mandal of the Bengal, sorry, Punjab, Lahore. India was that then India was not divided. There was no Pakistan. So in Lahore, people invited him to preside over the function. So Baba Ambedkar said that the caste system is so much anti-national. He said that caste system cannot bring a nation in India. This he has said in the constitutional speech also, that unless caste system is broken, caste system is annihilated, there cannot be a brotherhood, there cannot be fraternity in India. So India cannot become a nation. That was his views about the nation. The caste system is anti-national, he said, and that is. But on the contrary, the supporters of caste system or the holders of caste system say that caste system is nation. And Dr. Ambedkar said that religion is cause of creating and establishing the caste system. Because if you see the Manusmriti, 12th chapter of Manusmriti, very first stanza, couplet says that uh, four varnas are are religion. Religion is Chaturvarna. So that means, according to Manusmriti or according to Vedas or the Brahminic scriptures, Varnashram is dharma, is religion. So observing caste is observing Hindu religion. So that is why Baba Ambedkar said that annihilation of caste will bring sudharana, reforms in the social structure. So he said that unless you condemn the Shastras, is one of the reason for annihilation of caste was that you don't accept the authority of the Shastra, the Vedas, the Smritis, and all that. Because they preach caste system as divine. So how a caste system hierarchy or Ucha Nichata can be a divine? The question. So I think the measure given by, and what he says that Brahminism is the curse on the society. Unless Brahmins are reformed, unless Brahmins accept that humanity is greater than the caste system, all humans are equal, then so the Brahmins are to be targeted. They should learn that caste system is not for the development of the people, not for the national development. On the contrary, what we see that Golwalkar or the RSS people say that Chaturvarnya is Hindu nation. So Hindu Rashtra and Hindu nation is their aim to be on the top of the social model, social structure. Brahmins are for the Chaturvarnya system. Now, what is going on in India is the RSS-minded party, that is BJP, is ruling in India since last 11 years. So their aim is to establish the caste system or strengthen the caste system, strengthen the Chaturvarnya feelings and consciousness. So caste consciousness, this present government is bringing on such measures that caste consciousness will not diminish, will increase skill development. So all the measures. So because constitution and the Hindu Rashtra are not same, they are completely opposite to each other. Because Golwalkar said that in the constitution written by Dr. Ambedkar and others, that it is not the Indian constitution. It has been taken some hodgepodge way, something from foreign countries' constitution. And so it is not for the. So he said that Manusmriti has had to be given importance in making of the constitution. So Manusmriti, what is Manusmriti? Manusmriti is by the Brahmins, of the Brahmins and for the Brahmins only. For the top position of Brahmins, Manusmriti is to be implemented. So this is their aim of Hindu Rashtra people and religious people. So no Brahmins oppose. Baba Ambedkar accepted that even socialist Brahmins do not condemn, do not attack caste system. They want caste system because they will think about economic reforms. They will call socialism, Marxism, etc. But they will not directly attack the caste system. He also attacked the communist and socialists that you are not against the caste system. One of his famous saying is that so priestly caste, priestly Brahmins and secular Brahmins are of the two arms of the same body. If one arm is attacked, another comes to his rescue. That means socialist Brahmins and priestly Brahmins or RSS Brahmins are same when caste system is attacked. So they both protect caste system, and that is why economic reforms will not change the caste system. It was his view. So Dr. Ambedkar wanted that caste system should go. Unless caste system goes, there will not be fraternity, there will not be equality, there will not be progress of the nation. So what is happening today is India, the government of India is uh, run by RSS. BJP is the only mouthpiece. He is doing what RSS tells him. So he has some measures. We can say that these some measures that they are privatizing the all PSUs, public sections, and reservation is on the target because they have given 10% reservation to EWs, economically weaker section. That means that is open to, it is not as per the Constitution of India, 10% reservation is for the Brahmins. It is not for it. They are not in that 10% SC, STs or OBCs are not included. So 10, that is they are in the already there are all the majority of them are Brahmins are in the bureaucracy. And that is why they again want the remaining posts should go to only Brahmins only. That means they are fortifying the caste system, fortifying the power of the Brahmins. So that and they also RSS is also for the unitary state. They are decreasing the powers of the state, and that means powers of the people, state people, because some of the measures are that the central there was the concurrent list is there in the constitution that some powers are states and central have another different powers. Agriculture is was the state function, but they are making this it centralized. Three laws for agriculture. So they are that means centralizing it will be for the policy will be done by the center. And that are education policies also. Education was to be framed by the states. But now they say that education will be centralized. That means central government will do prescribe textbooks and what to be taught to the people. So that means they are centralizing the power to the center. That means to the Brahmins. So Brahmins will decide what type of education to be given, and their language, their national language, they are they are not regarding languages, different languages. In India has so many hundreds of languages are there. State languages are there. Maharashtra is language is Marathi, or Tamil is the language of Tamil Nadu. But they say that no, national language will be Hindi, or even Golwalkar say that our Hindu Rashtra's national language is Sanskrit, and from Sanskrit all the languages have come up. So that means they are saying that we are this owners of this country. We will dictate the leader. So the Chaturvarna model is that the state is under the nation. Golwalkar said that his book, We Are Our Nationhood Defined, says that the Chaturvarna model is the national model. That means Brahmins are above the king, above the ruler. He said that state is secondary to the nation. That state means king or ruler, and Brahmin is the on the top of above the ruler. So that means even Ramayana always say that Ram is below the Brahmins. Ram was worshipping the Brahmins. So Ram was obeying the Brahmins, which is the Shambhuka's example. So this type of education, this type of structure they want. They are even Golwalkar said that there should not be state languages. There should not be states, one unit. So one election, one nation, one culture, one language. That is the danger for our people, SC, ST, OBCs, and all nationalities. They say that Muslims are the enemy of the Hindu nation. Really speaking, the Mulnivasis were the original enemies of the Aryan. We were defeated by the Baliraja issue is there, that Vaman dumped Baliraja because he was egalitarian. So that Ashoka progeny, that Brahdrata was killed by Pushyamitra Singha. That means they are killing the egalitarian king, the egalitarian system by who can go by cruelty also. They can kill for their cause of inequality, for Brahminism. So that is why Baba Ambedkar said that this caste system has to be abolished, has to be annihilated. And that is why we people, when today we say that we are because of Baba Ambedkar, because of Mahatma Phule, there is some awakening. And because of the constitution, we are getting some reservation in the constitution. But Baba Ambedkar said that what is governing class cannot be the least or obvious unless he says in what Congress and Gandhi have done to the untouchables, that governing class is the class which controls the sentiments of the people and which is in majority in the bureaucracy. That means, and he answered that Brahmins are the governing class supported by the Banyas. That means that governing class has to be uprooted. Unless that governing class is uprooted, there cannot be justice for our we people, SC, STs, and OBC. That is why I think the governing class, how we people, why the Mool Nivasis, the original people of the country, are not governing class, they are governed by the Brahmins. So unless and until that governing class is changed, you cannot hope of getting equality, hope of getting normal behavior. There are what else atrocities are done on the Dalits, OBCs, Adivasis, because the mentality of the people are casteist people. They say that the Dalits are or as scheduled castes are below us. They should not rise. That will be danger to us. Even Manusmriti says that if Shudras are enriched, Shudras become strong, it is danger for the Brahmins. So they will, to the extent they will give reservation, but they will think that if they should not get, they should not rise and will challenge to us. So that is why reservation is being curtailed through policies and through privatization also. So they want to maintain the supremacy of the Brahmin caste, and through that hierarchy among the castes. So Baba said the hierarchy is the major reason for maintaining the caste system, discrimination and untouchability. So Baba Ambedkar specified for annihilation of caste has to be understood by us. We should try to be a governing class in India, and the few people, 3% people are governing us. 3 people are saying that you are below us, you are to serve us. So Manu says that Sudra's work is to serve the upper caste, Brahmins and Kshatriyas and all that. And Kshatriya's work is to protect Brahminism. So if some people in India say that we are Kshatriyas, that means they are protecting Brahmins. Baba Ambedkar said that Manu is not dead. Manu is as present as any present can be. So that means he though he burned the Manusmriti, he later on said that Manu is not dead. By burning Manusmriti, Manuism is not dead. Brahmins are not changed by just burning the Manusmriti. So you have to spirit of Manusmriti or hierarchy given by Manusmriti is to be destroyed. So Baba Ambedkar says that you have to equal. There is no equality among the castes. Every caste people say that Brahmins are above all castes. That mentality they have created from generations. Or recently, there is a controversy about the Phule picture. All the Brahmins are attacking the Phule picture. He 200 years back, he wrote slavery, Gulamgiri. But they are still perturbed that his writing is challenging the Brahmins. So they are condemning Phule's thoughts today. That Phule was Deshdrohi. He was anti the religion. He was a traitor. All that thing. In 1988, Sobat named weekly from Pune said that हा कसला महात्मा ही तर फुले नावाची दुर्गंधी. He is dirt named Phule, flower. He is not flower, he is dirt. And how strongly they condemn the anti-caste and anti-superiority people. Phule was against the caste system, against Chaturvarnya. He said that how that it is silly to say that Brahmins can take birth from the mouth. That simple observation of Phule is not realized by the Brahmins. They say that as we are born from the this is absurdity. But still Brahmins cling to that position. Brahmins, we are born from the mouth. How is it that? Nobody, no country or no religion says that anybody can take birth from the mouth. Mahatma Phule said how it was possible. How that Garbha was there in the mouth. Was there a yoni? So this laughable pictures are said to be religions. That is the picture of Brahminism. So Brahminism is ruling the country now, ruling the people. So they are taking so many measures that are upholding the caste, that are dividing the people. Why they condemn? Why they call Muslims as the enemies? Because they don't want these people, Bahujan people, to rise against the Brahminism. That is the cause. Because in some days there was a campaign by Brahmins. Every Brahmin was saying to Bahujans that how Muslims are enemies. Even without knowing anybody, they were campaigning in all these streets, in the gardens and all. So that was condemned by many people. So this governing class, where even Rahul Gandhi is now has changed the Congress spirit, and he's saying that all the people that the scheduled caste, OBCs and Adivasis should get the reservation. He also gave the example that in the 90 top secretaries in Delhi, there are only 2 OBCs. There are no SC in some of the departments. That means what is governing class? They are about 99% governing people are Brahmins. So how they will think of your betterment? How they will think of equality? How they will give justice to the people who consider they are below village? They are only Shudras. They have to serve us. They will not command over the Brahmins. This situation is still in India, and that is why I think the war should go on against the caste system. War should go on. There should be attack on the superiority, attack on the hierarchical sentiments, because sentiments are ruling the people. Now, the idea of Chaturvana is the idea, but it is not in the body. Caste is not in the body. Caste is only in the mind, only in the brain. So brain has to be clear of caste hierarchical attitude. So our aim should be to how to eradicate the caste system, to follow Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar and his concept of annihilation of caste. Everybody should attack the caste system. What we see today is every Brahmin is for Indonesia. Even socialist Brahmins, communist Brahmins are for hierarchy of the Brahmins, hierarchy in the society. Babasaheb Ambedkar said the socialist Brahmins also propagate caste system, hierarchy, Chaturvarna. So it will be duty of we people who are condemned to this level of untouchability, level of civilization. That is that, and the spirit among us also is that of keeping caste aloof from other caste. So there is no brotherhood in the caste, different caste. Brotherhood is fraternity within the caste. You call brother to your caste man, but you will call you are not able to call a brother to the higher caste man. There was an example in Odisha when a Dalit man, his cow was not being seen, so he asked a person, "Bhaiya, मेरी गाय देखी क्या?" So he said, how you dare to call me a brother? He was killed by upper caste man that because you called him a brother. So that type of cruelty is in the minds of the people still today. That is the horrible. So Babasaheb Ambedkar's specific annihilation of caste should be furthermore. We people, you people are in the US, we are in India, but Indian people, the literacy in the SC/ST is so low because of reservation. Some of us have got better houses, better living, but majority of us are very poor, are living in the bad conditions, slum areas, and as laborers in farms and all that. So it is the duty of all who think that Babasaheb dream of equality should be brought in. We have to strive for that. We have to, as Brahmins, strive for the supremacy. Every Brahmin is for the Chaturvana system. Every Brahmin wants that we will be on the top always till eternity. So Golwalkar said that Hindu Rashtra will remain till the end of the world. And we are the owners of this country. This fallacy, this arrogance of RSS cannot be matched with us. So how that arrogance and that control of the Brahmins over the state, over the ruling people, they are increasing day by day. The BJP is the largest party, biggest party in India now. All political parties are dividing, are differentiating. We are for the ownership, we are for the leadership. Our parties, our organization for the leadership. Leader emerge from us, but Brahminism doesn't want one leader. They are for Brahmins are above the leader. They say we are above the leaders of all the castes because of our position at the top of all the castes. So their aim is to Hindu nation, their aim is to Brahmin supremacy. So our aim is equality. So for equality, we should unite. Our organizations are different, or should come out and see the challenge of Brahminism, Brahmin control, Brahmin over the supremacy over all of us. We Shudras and Atishudras, that untouchables and OBCs, they are also not considering themselves equal to each other. So all castes are equal, humanly speaking, biologically speaking. There is no difference in the bodies. There is no difference in the making of a body, in the blood relation, in the body making. So you cannot recognize a person by seeing to him. You have to ask him the caste. You have to ask him the surname. So caste is in the brain, caste is in the mind. So caste system from the mind has to be removed, has to be attacked. So I think this will be the result of annihilation of caste. And there will be a fulfillment of Baba Sahib's dream of equality, dream of annihilation of caste, if we strive for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your insight help us not only revisit Baba Sahib's courageous struggle against the caste system, but also critically reflect on where we stand today as a nation. You eloquently connected the history with the present and reminded us how Baba Sahib's fight was not just legal for equality, but for dignity, representation, and true social justice. Thank you once again, sir.